Here's a quick video of my Turn Off-Road painted hardtop. I do a lot of paddling, so I'm always putting canoes and kayaks on, and I wanted a way to be able to remove the Targa top without having to remove the roof rack. So got this Trail Rax rack and modified, cut off the front portion of it and refabricated the front leg to fit up here, and used one of the angle iron pieces that were left over for the bottom bracket. And then on the back end of it, with a slant back design, it hung off a little bit, so chopped off the back end of it so it doesn't really stick out past the rear. And like I said, primarily putting canoes and kayaks on top, so I didn't need all the space for tents and things like that. Really happy with it. Had it on for a couple of weeks. Definitely a lot quieter than the soft top. Haven't had any noise on it, squeaks or rattles or anything like that. Been in the rain, haven't had any leaks. So looks really good, really happy. Here's a view with the Targa top up on the rack. A lot of times I have too much stuff in the back of the truck to put the top in it, so use some silicone rubber tubing to protect the edge and strapped them down. Here's a close-up of the brackets I made to make it a 3/4 rack. This is just the front piece of the Trail Rack that would fit normally up on the front here. And what I did is mounted up the back and then figured out where I needed to cut it off at the bottom. And then I cut the top flange off. And then these bolts fit into the slots. And then I wanted to have this crossbar all the way up at the front for my canoes. So drilled some holes here to have it match. And then mounted it into the top. I drilled 2 holes all the way down through the top. There's kind of a foam core to the top, and then put a kind of a backer plate similar to the back roof rack mount. And then this piece here on the bottom is just a section of the top rail that I cut out and drilled holes on to make it fit. And then like a 1/4 inch EPDM rubber base in the bottom of it. I'm sure this voids all the warranties I have for both the top and the rack, but I was really comfortable with how solid the front of this is here. And again, I don't put tents and heavy things up on my rack, really just canoes and kayaks. So video of the back, and I'll show you how it opens up. Pretty simple. They did a really nice job with the weather stripping. Keeps all the air and water out. Nice strong actuators. Nice to have some overhead room to get in. Windows glued in easy. First time I ever did that, and yeah, YouTube will give you a good idea on that. Put some aftermarket thumb screw on here. Had to use an Allen wrench to tighten them down to keep them from squeaking, and had to remove the top little portion of it on the 2 front top ones holding underneath the Targa because it bind otherwise. But really clean design, did a great job on it.